Hello and welcome back to Purposeful Woman podcast. And today we have Tiff, and Tiff is a woman empowerment coach based in San Diego, California. She incorporates hypnotic techniques and meditative pleasure practices to support women in having more confidence, connecting to their intuition, and magnetizing love. Well, hi and
Yes.
welcome too.
Hello. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
We are so excited to have you here. So please tell us everything about you. Like, how did you start it, and how are you become a magnetizing coach, love?
Yes. Well, I was originally working in the nonprofit sector. I was an executive director of a nonprofit for over 10 years in New York City. So I understand how it is to be a high achieving woman who has so many things going on in the world and feels like your attention is needed everywhere. And it can feel very overwhelming and you can feel very drained. So I made a very purposeful shift in my life to explore spirituality more, to get trained in different practices. And I originally started as a women's studies major in college. So I always had a passion for helping women live their absolute best lives and did work on behalf and with women for my entire career. And I feel so blessed that now I'm able to incorporate my life's journey and all the things that I've learned along the way to help other women live their absolute best lives. And this really comes from my experience of doing too much, feeling so burnt out and drained and living what I always say is like a subpar life. Like, I had a great job, I had good friends, I had a relationship, and it was all like I kind of felt like I was living a life that was okay. But there was a part of me that always craved for more. And I had to really dig deep to say, okay, I want more for my life. And I had to get really real with myself about what more was. And that's what I want for other women. I want to support other women and going deep so that you can examine your life. What is really working? Are you living your true purpose? Are you really connecting with what you want and who you want to become? And what do you desire? Like so many women actually aren't clear about what they desire. And that's a big part of the process. So, my passion is to help women go deep so that you can feel better, right? So that you can feel your absolute most amazing every single day when you wake up in the world. So many of us accept, oh, well, I feel okay, like living at like a 5, 6 on the scale of 1 to 10, right? And I want every woman to be living at a 10 every day of your life, waking up every day feeling healthy, feeling energized, feeling like you're living your life's purpose. And there are ways to do that. I mean, it doesn't happen like that, right? Like it's not a magic pill. So I really have developed a lot. I've studied so much. So let me just start with a little bit about what I've studied and how I got where I am. I studied under one of the best hypnotherapists in the world, Grace Smith. She is literally, like I will say, the best hypnotherapist out there in our world. I am so honored that I've been able to work directly under Grace and support her school. We have an amazing school of over 300 women that are there that are, either are hypnotherapists already or are training to become excellent hypnotherapists around the world. So I incorporate hypnotherapy in everything I do, which essentially means that we're working in the subconscious mind to make sure that the subconscious mind and the conscious mind are working together. And that is so important, such a critical step that is often missed. And I'm also trained in a program called Vita under Layla Martin, who is another incredible woman who incorporates pleasure practices, meditative techniques. We study a lot of breath work and tantra. So I've been able to incorporate all of these different teachings that I've learned from the best women in the business to create my own coaching methodology that helps women achieve just like epic lives, right? So it's a really, really powerful process.
Oh, I love it. I love when you said I don't want people to like leave 5 at 6 out of 10 if feel that is okay. Because
Mm,
it's not. It's just landed for me. This is so gold. So
mm.
what mistakes do you wish when you was starting business? You wish you could have not done it. Not that we regret them, but we all know we have a lot of things done.
right. They're all lessons. They're all lessons. What I would offer is, in terms of looking back, is like deprioritizing my self-care was always something that was not at the top of the list when I woke up in my day or when I planned my day. It was, maybe I'll do that if I have time. And like now, like, no, even when I reflect back when I was a leader of my organization, when I wasn't sleeping well, when I wasn't eating well, when I wasn't taking care of myself, I was showing up at work as a lesser version of myself. Right. And that all impacted what I call my leadership presence. And now that I look back, I'm like, oh my goodness, my self-care is essential, right? Like what I put in my body and on my body, I have to be incredibly critical about, because what we put in
It's
and
like
on our
what I
bodies.
do with my body. I love that. On my body, in my body, and with my body.
Yes, exactly. Those things are something we need to think about on a regular basis. And beforehand, it was something I never really gave a lot of thought to. And then I would show up in the world and I would look tired and drained out, and I wasn't living my best life. Like I wasn't lit up the way I am lit up now. And that's what I want every woman to experience. I want every woman to wake up in the world and feel lit up, because when you are lit up, you are giving these incredible vibrations out into the world, which makes everything around you better. You attract better people to your life. You attract better partners. You attract, better job opportunities, more abundance. It is such a beautiful, amazing practice that starts to happen when you start taking impeccable care of yourself. And in order to do that, let me tell you, you have to know your worth, and you have to overcome those fears, those limiting beliefs, that trauma that we all have, that emotional baggage that is inside of us. They're all there, right? So I am trained, highly skilled in how to go inside and understand what those limiting beliefs are that are holding us back, and ultimately transform them into our superpowers so that you can start prioritizing your self-care. And once you do that, you start building incredible trust with yourself, which allows you to have a much deeper sense of self-worth. And then everything changes. It's a beautiful, amazing, magnificent process.
I love that. So that basically already flew into our next question, which is your advice is to prioritize self-care. Absolutely. Do you have a best, just one tip for self-care? What's your best practice?
So one tip that I'll offer, there's so many things, is
Just one.
listen to yourself. Listen to yourself, right? Do what you know that you need that day and
Love
prioritize
that.
that. Check
Love
in with
it.
you.
And the last question that I ask everybody on this podcast is I want you to fill in the blank to the sentence sounds like this. If you really knew me, you will know that I am blank.
Ooh, I love this question. If you really knew me, you would know that I am extremely passionate about life.
Oh, we can totally feel that.
Good. I'm
I
glad to hear
love
that.
it. Okay, now I feel like I know you then. All right. So please share where we can find more of Tiff and what do you have today for our audience?
Yes, so I invite you all to go to my website to learn more. It's www.tiffzapico.com. And also, you're welcome to find me on Facebook. I have a group there. If you search Transformation Tribe, I would love for you to join my Facebook group as well.
Thank you so much for coming. Love it. Transformational Tribe. We all about transformation and Purposeful Woman podcast. And with you was Viktoriia Miracle. And like always, send us a message to +1 401 399 4105 with your feedback and your suggestions. Bye for now. See you tomorrow. And if you love this episode and you would love to see more of that, click the subscribe button to Purposeful Woman podcast. And don't forget to text us to stay in tune with the Purposeful community for awesome tricks by texting to number +1 401 399 4105. And we will link descriptions in the episode to all of that we mentioned today. Bye. Turn your one day to day one with a purposeful day.